Good evening. It is Christmas Eve, and I'm going out. So there's this event, I guess, been going on 25 years called Palooza, which is for Jewish young adult people who obviously don't celebrate Christmas to just get together. They do it every Christmas Eve. I've always wanted to go. Never had the courage to go because there are Black Jewish people. But a lot of the pictures I've always seen, it's white Jewish people. So I never really got up the courage to go. I'm a very confident person. I do things, go places by myself, movies, go out to eat, whatever. I don't wait for people, I just do it. But for that, I was like, I knew I would stick out. So I've never gone. And it turns out, one of my friends, once she went last year apparently, I just found that out today, but her and her boyfriend, who is Jewish, is going. So he was like, come. So I'm like, okay, I finally bit the bullet, bought the ticket, reasonably priced, and so I'm going. It's downtown Phoenix. They have security and everything like that, so, because with the world today, you kind of don't know, one, just Jewish people in general, but especially ever since, as they call it a war, the Israel-Gaza war, is that officially a war? I'm not sure. That happened on October 7th. And things, security. Like I said, I'm going with my friend. Sometimes you can't let fear win out. And I just glad that at least somebody I know would be there. And I did get an email saying, oh, I see you're a first time person coming. I can introduce you to some people. I don't know if you can tell by my name that I am not a white Jewish person, but at least I have a point of contact when I go. So this will be a get ready with me where I will put that dress on behind me. I will not do the shoes because I'm not trying to have shoes in my house. Y'all know how I feel about that. And my mother just watched me do my eyebrows. Let me whisper. I bought her Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow pencil, and I'm going to do her eyebrows for her. She's always wondered how I do my eyebrows, and that's my other Christmas present for her, is for me to do them for her. So let us, I'm going to go with Smashbox. So I'm going to that. You may wonder, Andrea, are you Jewish? I am not Jewish. I, however, do practice Judaism. Fully, 24/7, converted, no. Not something I talk about a lot. Usually I celebrate like the high holy days, just like a lot of non-Jewish people celebrate Mass and all that, Easter, Christmas, things like that. So it's not really any different. So if I was Jewish, I'd be more like Reform. So I really like pork. So the whole, not eating swine kind of thing, or pork, what have you, is not something I want to give up. I do know some Hebrew. I took like a 6-week course almost 10 years ago because I was going to Israel. And so I wanted to learn to speak the language while I was there. I did very well. The teacher was like, you sound like a native Jewish person speaking Hebrew. However, I did have a stroke later in that year, and I didn't realize till months later, maybe even a year later, that I lost all that Hebrew that was in my head. So every now and then it comes back. I can't read it. I was just learning to speak it. And so every now and then words come to me like, I could say Mazel Tov, everybody can say Mazel L'chaim. I like I said, I knew better stuff, but what am I doing? Okay, because I was going to put some Corrector on. So I do know a little bit. Let's put a little bit here, since I already went all ham. But it starts later in the night, so that's why I'm just getting ready now. My friend and her boyfriend, I don't know who else is going, went to get Chinese food. I already had Chinese food this weekend. I'm like, I don't need to go. get Chinese food. What's my thing kind of acting up? It's not coming out. Okay, well, it's not coming out like it usually comes out. Like flowy. So I know some people, like I said, I did lose some of what I had learned. So I definitely I celebrate Hanukkah. If you follow me on Instagram during Hanukkah, you would have saw me light my candles or see the lit candles. But like I said, I have no desire really to convert. My parents aren't Jewish or anything like that either. So something that I've noticed, it gives me the discipline to stick something that I stick with. Like I said, I celebrate, I do Hanukkah every year, what have you. I don't think twice about it. I am going to use, let's see, very lightly done because I can't get it out. I might just suck it up and do my fingers instead. Yeah, it's going to take forever. So I haven't really posted anything about the war because I'm still trying to figure it out, just like a lot of other people are trying to figure out, like, what is really going on? Because you have, you know, news, things, videos that aren't posted that are not accurate, information that's not accurate. So I haven't really spoken about it because I'm trying to figure out what is real, what is not real. And I've seen some of the things, I'm like, okay. I don't like to post, I don't say negative things, but like negative news, because my degree's in media and I did not go into the news because so much negativity is put out there from the media. And sometimes some bias as well. So I haven't posted anything like that about do this or do that one, because again, I'm trying to figure out what exactly is true that's going on over there and what isn't as well. And honestly, I'm just innocent people should not die on either side. I don't. So that's just how I feel. And some, like I said, some of the images I've seen is like, it's devastating what's going on over there for on both sides. And I hope they could just figure out, you know, what's going on. And I think when you go on a trip over there to Israel, you have rose-colored glasses on. You don't see the other things that may be going on while you're there. And I look back and I realize that now. And not understanding the political things that were going on while I was there. So again, I'm still learning. And I think the fighting should stop and no more innocent people should have to die. That's pretty much how I feel, and that's the most you'll get out of me. So, so if you want to post some comment or whatever, I'm like, just unsubscribe and let's move on. Okay, let's wipe my hands off. Okay, now let's set that because it's supposed to set your corrector. I'm going to set my eyebrows because I literally just did my eyebrows. And as you see, I have some eyeshadow. Might look like I have a black eye right now, but that's the chocolate, the Nessa Myrick's Beauty Chocolate Color Fix. And then in here, Celebration, the shiny part, so I've got that. The burgundy is the chocolate inside the Celebration. Okay, and that's why I don't like using that right there. Okay. So they're planning to get there. My friends are planning to get there a little later, so I won't be getting there at the beginning. I'm trying to like time when I get there. So the whole fish out of water thing is not, I'm not overwhelmed with that. It's gonna happen regardless. I'm sure people are gonna look regardless, but we're using a MAC Studio Fix pen. So, but I just, you know, having at least them there already so I can look for somebody kind of thing. Okay, I'm gonna try that little half a click thing again like we tried to last time. Okay, see if that's hackle, hopefully. Let me lock it back. Okay, I heard it click that time. And let's put that over there. 1, 2, 3. I did eat some Chinese food. What was left over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was trying to do the 6 thing, the 6 dots. But I'm trying to get all this off my hand now, so. Let's see, now it's all gone. I didn't realize I didn't show it to you beforehand. Because otherwise, what I'll be doing tonight, I don't know really what I'll be doing. I'm currently watching Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade. I still need to watch the new one, Dial of Destiny, which is on Disney Plus now. I've been watching Christmas movies off and on. I watched one earlier and it wasn't a horrible movie, but it wasn't that great either. And we're using sponge. Might do a little bit more. I'm looking right here. I realize whenever I use the corrector, and then because this shade is NW45, which normally I'm 50, but with the pen it's supposed to be 45, they keep saying, it looks to me orange at first, so. And I'm still trying to, one year, want to go to, is that Night of Seven Fishes? I think it's called 7 Fishes. What's it is? The Italian where they have a bunch of seafood, like 7 different fishes. I'm trying to find somebody to invite me over for that. Because I like different experiences, different things like that, different cultures. So that's something I'm interested in as well. What's the Night of the 7 Fishes? Is it Night of 7 Fishes? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Correct me if you know what I'm talking about. Because I'm like, I don't know. Because I like seafood. I have a friend who's, I know a lot of Italian people actually. I need to just post, somebody invite me over. One friend is Italian and Jewish, so that's interesting right there. Just didn't take a shower till like 7. I was like, as long as I start recording at 8, I'll be good. My mother's watching Perry Mason. Yeah, she keeps watching Perry Mason. All these channels, she will go back to Pluto watching Perry Mason or Midsummer Murders. And Ellen closed the door because she can't hear, so she listens to it very loudly. And I also have very good hearing, so that combination, it's like, okay, let me close this door. And basically, when she visits, it's me that's going back and forth, turning the volume up and down. She'd be asleep on the couch, so I go and turn it down. I know she's awake because it's louder again. So I'm like, okay, that's what we do. So I had cleaned up some of the eyeshadow, but I know the concealer and everything is gonna do the rest, so that's why I'm not too concerned. Because whenever I use the chocolate, it just kind of goes a little wild. Yeah, I'll have a click. It's usually like light, so that's fine. And then I gotta wait for it to oxidize or sink in anyway, so. Okay, I'm gonna put that right there. Concealer, we're still getting a little bit out of here. I'm hearing people. Kind of figured tonight would be a little rowdy, possibly, in the parking lot. People coming home if they did go out. I know some bars are open till midnight. And they're definitely open tomorrow because they I think they realize, in the afternoon, I think they realize people need to get away from their families. So, like, we're gonna be open. So I had no plans to leave the house tonight until I went out, and her mother's like, "We have no food." I'm like, we had Chinese food. We had pizza last night. We went and got pizza from Federal Pizza, which I like the pizza. She likes pizza. I'm like, I buy local pizza or I buy frozen. I don't do Pizza Hut or Jimmy John's, not Jimmy John's, Papa John's. I don't even know where Papa John's is anymore. Do they still deliver pizza? Yeah, I've seen the commercials for Shack, so they still exist. But I don't have one in my neighborhood anymore, so I don't know. And I'm like, no, if we're gonna have pizza, I'm gonna have local, what I like kind of thing. And we went and picked it up because it was faster to pick it up than waiting for delivery, because it's college football games, I guess, made the wait time a little bit longer. And a lot of people probably not cooking because they're cooking all day tomorrow. Or I know some Mexican families do what Dia Luminares. They celebrate Christmas today instead of on Christmas Day. So I know some people probably somebody I know. It's like 3 people's birthdays today. The noise I'm hearing, I wonder if those are fireworks. I'm not going in that direction when I leave anyway, so. I just turn the fan on because I noticed the heat. And when I turn the heat on all day, it will get cool again eventually in the living room, but my room has been staying hot. So I'm like, okay, normally I wouldn't mind, but I can't sleep when I'm hot. So it's like, okay, I have to turn the heat off sooner. Freeze when I get out of the shower, but then once the bathroom stay cool regardless. So I turn the fan on. Okay. Let's blend these edges. This book I'm reading, I'm almost finished, but I was like, okay, I got other stuff I need to do. So. And then if I also blend out as well, and then blend the edges. Okay. Let us contour. I don't have that brush if I was gonna do that anyway. I realized some people like use a brush for contour and then put it on the face. I don't have that brush. I'm not getting up for that brush. So I'm gonna continue to do what I usually do, which is just go on directly on my face. Even though I should warm it up, and I know I should warm it up. And if you saw my video yesterday, I posted today, or was it last night? Me and my mother went to a drag brunch, or see my Instagram, and she had a great time. The queens were awesome. They glad that she came, that I brought her. It was just something different to do during a holiday weekend. You know, it's just, you know, being entertained. It's not like an agenda or anything. It's just entertainment. It's like in downtown Phoenix was just very kind of dead. There was really nobody there when we were down there. And then after we left, then there was more people out. And it's not like we were there, got there early, like early in the morning. It was like 11 o'clock when the show started. So I was like, where's everybody? And then I noticed the homeless were out in effect. They were definitely out and about. So, but otherwise, I was like, there's a little traffic here and there. But otherwise, I was like, there's nobody out here. And then, like I said, it changed when we left. Okay. I don't know what they're doing out there. It's 8:30. Okay. So I have time. This video may be a little long, just a warning now. But I am doing lashes today. And I have no plans for New Year's, so probably not to do probably won't do a video for New Year's. And then I'm kind of broke anyway, so unless it's a free thing, like somebody's like, hey, come over kind of thing, I'm not. I wouldn't go anywhere, like a club or anything. Or I know downtown Phoenix sometimes has events or whatever where you gotta buy tickets, and it was cold yesterday. So I'm like, the whole thought of standing out in the cold does not appeal to me either. Like, definitely bundling up would be a part of the deal. So people who were going to watch lights or whatever yesterday, I'm like, it was just cold. It was sprinkling. It's not supposed to rain the rest of yesterday, but it did. It was sprinkling at some point. My makeup held up. So I was just like, why is this so cold? Okay. See, like that is very light. Okay. My mother's like, can I watch a video, the YouTube video from yesterday? Well, I was like, not while I'm sitting here. You can watch it later if I'm asleep. Because again, she listens to things very loudly. Which is fine. Because I realize I can't hear certain things either. And it doesn't help that the speakers are on the back of the TV. So me being back here, she has a loud speakers coming this way. So that's also, I'm like, can you turn it down? It's also good kind of going late because you see black people always late anyway. So, but no, things to kind of get going. And it's just, I don't want to be, these other events I've been to, obviously I've gotten there. I'm one of the first people there. This is not one of those events I want to be the first person there. Because I'm like, am I at the right event? But it's one of those things, sometimes I would see these organizations in town, I'm like, they post things, and I'm like, when you don't see something that looks like you, even though you know, again, they're Black Jewish people. I follow this guy, and he's converted. He goes to Israel, he teaches classes, does all this, and people still question him. So locally, just not seeing that, it's like, okay. It's kind of, like I said, it's intimidating. So like I said, it's not like something I end all be all kind of thing, because I have that privilege to not represent that. Black, I can't. Woman, okay, nowadays you can. Okay, maybe even black you can, but what you see, I can't hide this. And so it's just like, okay. And I don't say I don't go places where I'm not welcomed, but sometimes you don't know you're not welcomed until you're there. So a lot of places like dive bars, originally I've gone with other friends, and then you see, okay, you are welcome. And I've gone there by myself at other times. Because what's a friend of mine, she used to do these happy hours, like at different bars during the summer when we were younger. It's way too dark. And these places normally I wouldn't have gone to. And so some of those places I still went to until they like maybe closed down. It was called Rose McCaffrey's. It's an Irish bar. Normally I would probably have never gone to an Irish bar, but I went because I went with them on an occasion. So okay, what I was going to do, I'm going to do that now. So I didn't make a transition color earlier. So I'm just kind of, a little bronzer. Then kind of smooth over, I highlight a little bit. Okay. Like is it coming off? So when I set the rest of my face and I get rid of not coming off a lot. That's the weird thing. Like on a brush. Okay. You can see it there. And then take something like that. I'll leave that out too. Okay, now let's set the rest of the face. The nose just seems very dark. That's what I'm trying to soften that up. Nose contour. Okay. And close that. Okay. And then go under the eye now. I was going to do that before, but I was going to use the Color Fix to do that. I'm going to use the blush, but Mented instead, because it's kind of the same color. Then mix it with some bronzer too, maybe. Oh, Should have done that. It's a little dark. Just gonna clean all my stuff anyway. I should have my mother buy me alcohol, like rubbing alcohol, to clean all my stuff. I'm gonna try and go back to the store, and nothing's gonna be open tomorrow anyway. We went to Fry's today. Some places where y'all call it Kroger's. We have Fry's. It wasn't bad at all, but I know a lot of places aren't open anymore on Christmas, unless it's like a Walgreens. So okay. And I only would go there if it's a dire need, which it would not be. The only time it was, I want to say a few years ago, maybe 5 years ago. My mother had a cold, so she couldn't cook Christmas dinner, and so I had to go find cold medicine that she could take, because due to her medical condition, she can't take every kind of medication, so I couldn't go to Walmart because they were closed. Target closed, so I had to go to Walgreens to get it. Or which Target was open, but they didn't have it. No one to. I don't remember. Something vaguely like that. Anyway. So I had to go find her cold medicine, try to find a place where it's open, and then top of that, Christmas dinner on Christmas Day when every restaurant decides to close that day. It's not like Thanksgiving when you have places open. Places were not open except for a Chinese place. And Chinese, Chili, China, I think that's what it's called. Very popular Chinese place. They were slammed. They had so many people. Me just trying to stand in line to order wasn't happening. So I had to leave there. So I was like, okay, I don't think McDonald's was open. And it was, and then I realized the Chinese buffet down the street from my house, not too far from my house, was open. So I went, got her some soup and got me some food. And I think I watched Stranger Things. And until she was better, and then we had, I think, Christmas dinner like a different day. I think the next day after Christmas, when she was feeling better. So, yeah. But yeah, Fars wasn't bad. I know other people complaining, but they were like, we had to go to 2-3 different stores. I'm like, no. That's where you messed up. We're not going to 2-3. That's why I went Friday. Went to 2-3 stores. I was going to go Friday. And not wait on Christmas Eve to do some craziness like that where stores have reduced hours anyway. So that's where they messed up. So trying to go Christmas Eve to get things. Like if you forgot like one thing or something like that, okay, that's fine. But otherwise, you're crazy to do something like that. And so yeah, we went just to get food, whatever, get us through until dinner's obviously ready tomorrow. Cause there's a smidgen of Chinese food that was left, and a smidgen of pizza, and I really didn't have food in my house before my mother came, so. My mother can't really go without eating a long period of time for her medical reasons. So we definitely had breakfast foods for her. Not eggs, because I'm sorry, eggs were expensive. It wouldn't be a day that ends in a Y if my neighbors downstairs weren't on a speakerphone talking to whomever or watching a video loudly outside on the patio. Crazy enough, it hasn't bothered me as much as it usually. I think because my mother's here and I'm hearing her TV more than them. So, okay, there's that. What did I use this for? Oh, I used a Natasha one for the accent. She has a new one coming out, a mini Dream palette, which I wanted the Dream palette, the regular size, but it's like $69. So the mini would be $27, same size as that. So maybe next year I'll get that. I have to look at the shades and swatch to see if I already have, and the ones of her palettes I have, and see a little more examples of using it on Black people. She had a few, but I want to see some others because it's a cool tone palette. I usually don't really care about if it's cool tone or not. So let's do lipstick. And as you see, everything's settling in. And I could go with a bright red, but I'm not going with a bright red. We're kind of matching the theme, burgundy. He went in his apartment, but I can hear him still. That's how loud he is. He leaves the door open. He also leaves the door open if he is in his apartment. He leaves the door open. The light, the angle, so I'm like, okay. Okay. Take that with me, even though I should not need it, because it's pretty good at staying. Okay, seeing if I got the inside, because you know I like to get the inside. Okay. Now we're going to move on to eyes, and then we are done. Because this, like I said, it's going to run long. And I want to be done by the time the thing starts, even though I'm not getting there at the start. Okay. We're using little black dress. These already been trimmed. I have another pair if I needed, but So they're on. I struggled a little bit with one of them. It was sticking, but when I tried to pull it off, it was sticking, but it was not going to stick in the corner where I needed it to stick. And so it did. And luckily it's not. I could have got closer to my lash line, but I did not. And the one that's slightly not sticking, it's gonna stick enough to. The other one, the glue is still. What I'm going to do, show you what I'm doing at the same time. Just put a little glue where it's coming up. So I haven't worn lashes a lot lately, so my eyelashes will go back from if I put a little too much glue and I don't get it all off. And let's test. It's very little. And then, yeah, that one's gonna bother me for a little bit. But I did just glue it, so. Okay, we are going with my juicy earrings. Just had a finger cramp. So this is the final look for the face. And let me go put my dress on. So this is the dress. It doesn't go all the way down. It's thicker than my other dresses that I have like this. It's a green one, a red, white, blue, and black one. And a green and white one as well. This one's thicker than both, so it's also about a size bigger. I didn't probably need to, but it's thicker. This is a tiny purse. Fits the size, what they say. So we sit back down. And then on my body, I have the Fenty. This is the warm cinnamon that was very popular last year. And it had a trio. I got the trio when it went on sale at FentyBeauty.com, so I'm wearing this. So with that, have a good night. Have a good Christmas Eve. Let's pray for peace on earth right now. And if you don't have any loved ones or your loved ones passed away during this season, or just in general to spend time with, I hope you could just find some friends to be your family or some way to cope with these holiday seasons. I understand that it's hard for some people. So text a friend if you need to. I know it's a hard time. I used to work at the morgue. I know it's a hard time. So do the best you can. That's all we can ask for is just do the best you can. And please have a happy holiday, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa. And with my mother right there, I am done. So